Good morning, chat. My name is Penbu. I'm the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber on Linux, and today we are incidentally probably programming later. But as you may have noticed, we don't have a schedule for this week yet, and it's been 7 months since we last did one of these streams where we did the schedule and thumbnails on stream. So I figured I need to make a schedule. And I have time now to stream this, and I have the energy to stream this, so I may as well. You'll see that things are a little bit more efficient than we did last. A lot has happened in 7 months. I think I've gotten a lot better at making thumbnails. Glenn, welcome in. But yeah, so what do we have here? So today I'm thinking... So where can I put this? I didn't think this far. Let's open one of these up then. So today is going to be this stream. Hey Forum, welcome in. Good to see you here. So today will be this stream. Friday is going to be piano stream. And then Saturday will be the charity stream. So for those of you who were not aware, or haven't seen stuff I've been posting on Discord, or seen some stuff happening on Twitter rather. I do not have a browser here. I need to pull that up. Z is doing a fundraiser for the fires in LA, and I'm going to be one of the ones participating in that. So that'll be Saturday. We'll be playing Tetrio over here. Hold up, and I feel I haven't streamed in a while. Is my cursor? Yes, my cursor shows up. And we got a bunch of streamers lined up as well. So there's Z, there's me, Chet Spinny Eyes is fellow programmer, Code Life, another programmer, Faye Dracera, who, if you're a fan of this channel, you've undoubtedly came across her at some point. I don't think she's streaming, but I think she's got something prepared for us. Neko Lolita, 5 Unusual, part of V-Theorem, Mylan, also part of V-Theorem, Cider as well. A lot of V-Theorem members here. Nep, the 5th one. Xenotime, and then Rain. So these are all the streamers who are going to be doing content over the weekend. And again, for us, that's going to be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We're doing Tetrio. And then on Sunday in the evening, we'll be doing a charity recap with an open VC on Z's channel. This will be going to support Direct Relief. So hopefully we'll raise a lot of money for them. And yeah, so this stream, we're going to be making thumbnails for, well, I guess not today's stream here, but piano stream for sure. And then the charity stream on Saturday. Just gonna make sure that I'm okay over here. And we do have an open VC. So if any of the people from the Underground Pen Club would like to join in, please feel free to do so. You know where that is. So we'll start with the piano stream because this is really easy. Like I said, in the last 7 months, there have been a lot of advancements, and by advancements I mean, where's the piano? There it is, piano improv. By advancements, I mean things to copy. I'm going to go ahead and copy that in 2025. And then we're just going to go ahead and copy... So all the piano streams look like this. All I do is change the number over here. And I do that really easily by doing this. Turn this into number 6. Open this in EG sub. And then we just change the number. Yes, we do want to load that. Change number 5. Oh, apparently I forgot to change number 4 for the other one. But there we go. We got number 6. We save this. And we make that 06. And we compress this file and we're good to go for that one. Fan subber life hacks, exactly. It's really easy, you know, not using EG sub for what its intended purpose, but it's really handy. Speaking of things for its intended purpose, EG sub, I do want to do another fan subbing stream in the near future, probably in February, because I don't want to take too long and then have everyone forget about the video that we were working on. But yeah, it is super handy to just be able to edit text like this. Okay, so that's number 6. Very easy, very good and done. The charity stream, this is where we're going to need to do a little bit of work, because as much as I play Tetrio on this channel, I actually don't have anything prepared for Tetrio. Because what do we have? We go to sources, go to assets. I don't really have anything in here, just the logo and the holiday logo, which isn't much. I don't really have many screenshots of Tetrio either. So that is something that we are going to do right now. And play a little bit of Tetrio and make screenshots. Don't mind this is just Tetrio Plus. I'm going to turn that down because I don't need sound. I'm going to go to custom game here, go to a private room, and then bring in a clone so we can go ahead and play to get screenshots. But we're going to go to game here, turn down the gravity to 0, gravity increase to 0 so we can have some control over what the pieces are going to look like. And I think that is probably it. Okay, so then I can go over here and load that up in my other browser, which you are not going to be able to see because I need this at 1080. But you should see a guest come in here soon once this thing loads. Okay. So now we have a guest in here, and go ahead and start. So the idea behind the charity stream here is going to be that every time I lose, I have to donate $1. So I want to make a board that looks like I'm going to die. And I think one of the easiest ways to do that is probably to... Oh, I already messed up. Hold on. I'm going to abort this. I'm going to make this a little bit easier for myself. And turn on practice mode so we can undo. That also means I think we have to change this back. Okay, no we don't. Okay. Oh, no, I guess we do. Go back. Go back. Gravity at 0. Gravity increase 0. Okay. So now we are going to execute an all clear here. Just so we get a whole ton of garbage. It's funny how we can just execute an entire all clear. That said, I don't think this is one. Not like this though. Yeah, not like this. Oh, yeah, not like this. Oh well. We can at least send some garbage. I just need a bunch of garbage to be sent, and then I think we're probably okay. Which means go for T-spins. like that. Streaming thumbnail making is big brain. Yes, it is. I used to do this a lot more back when I had much less, or rather much fewer screenshots to take from. No, not so much. But yeah, Mr. E, welcome in. I need to make this look a little bit more effortless. And this is not working. Yeah, we're gonna set up another T-spin there. Do another one there. Unfortunately, I don't have a quad lined up. We're gonna send that. And then I'm going to go over here. And I think I might have overdone it, actually. Because that is going to kill me in... Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a DT cannon on my side. Restart. It's not the right, go back, custom game, now I have to rejoin. This is an interesting way to play Tetris. Yeah, it's, I don't know if you were here for the Chestra stream. I think I will be doing another one of those. But it basically turns Tetris into a turn-based strategy game, or at least, yeah, turn-based strategy game, where instead of having to play with speed, you get some time to think, and you move piece by piece. I happen to like it a lot, although I don't get too many chances to play it. Okay, so I think we can do it this way. I don't have my controller on me right now, so things are feeling a little bit awkward. But it's okay, it doesn't matter, because I'm not playing for speed. Okay, and the reason why I want to do this is because then it means that DT cannon tends to stack pretty high. And if you get caught with a lot of garbage, you might be in a little bit of trouble. We're going to attempt an all clear here again. Oh no, I think there is one. There is one right there. Okay, so then we have an all clear. I want the one on the left side to get enough red so that it looks like we might top out. And for that, I'm going to need to lower the red piece, or the Z piece here. But this here is not high enough for us to go yet, so we're going to keep going. Do we have a second PC? I'm not sure. It wouldn't be that way, though, if we did. That's pretty close. I think we might start building a 4-wide, maybe? Make it look at least a little bit intimidating. I'm really not used to these controls. The 4-wide, for those of you who don't know, is a really powerful setup in a lot of Tetris games, where the only way to counter a 4-wide is essentially another 4-wide. And so some people have called it the antisocial Tetris technique, Okay, is this high enough to get... No, I need more... Okay, I need to downstack some of this stuff here. And you'll see that because I'm clearing just one line every time, it racks up my combo. Okay, I think that this should be enough to hopefully still stay alive on this side. Okay, this is what we want. When we take a screenshot of this. Did that take a screenshot? Let me check. Pictures, screenshots. That did not take a screenshot. I'm gonna take another screenshot here. Are you not working? Okay. We're gonna do this a little bit more manually here. Window under cursor. This one doesn't actually work. Oh, nope. Once more. Do not include the mouse pointer. I know you can't see anything here, but capture and click. Okay, that's what I want, and I want to save this. And I will save that to pictures, thumbnails, 2025, so we can end, or Tetrio. Actually, it should go under sources. Sources, assets, Tetrio. And then we have a screenshot here. I know that you still can't see this, but you will very soon. Okay. So now that we have that, I can close this. And I can close this. And then we can go ahead and bring that up in GIMP. Once I find it. So we go here, assets, Tetrio, screenshots, and then we take this one. Okay. Now we duplicate that so don't accidentally overwrite the original image. And now we can do stuff with this. First thing we can do is take the Tetrio logo. Bring that in here. And go ahead and resize that. Probably over there. Actually, I'm just going to move this for now. I don't know what to do with it yet. And then we're going to have me probably over here on the left side. Because I want to be looking this way, I think. A little bit worried. Maybe not worried. Or maybe a little bit worried. And then we have some text over on the right side saying something about the charity and what the draw is. So like the $1 for every loss. Something like that. Okay, I'm going to move this one out of the way because we don't need this anymore. But I will send both of these links in chat. So that you can visit that if you'd like. And the second one. Okay, so now we go ahead and look through my list of faces. Not that one, not that one. Maybe this one. It's very rare that I have to create a new face because most of these are usually enough. I want to bring this down to a reasonable size here. Want to look a little bit worried. I'm going to add some guides here so that we know roughly where we are. New guide 5%, horizontal at 50. Which coincidentally seems like it's is quite in line with this here, so that actually works out pretty well. I think around here is probably good. The eye lines up in the halfway points. Not labeling your file as key smash is very impressive. Yeah, I never got what. I'm always the type to be a little bit more organized. And I never understood how people could just key smash their files and expect to find stuff again. But maybe that's just me. I know every time some VTuber goes in and talks about their files, it's always some sort of key smash, and that always felt very foreign to me. Because you come back to it, right? And then, like, what are you gonna do? Do you what? You just open the files again and find out, like, try to figure out what they are just by looking at them? Well, that's what the metadata is for. So this one I think we can put up here, and then have the text over here. Alternatively, we put it up over here so that we have balance between the two corners, and then have the text over here. But then this feels a little bit empty. So I think we're going to put that over here, with that probably being the right size-ish. Like, we're covering the T piece here, but that doesn't really matter too much. Also, for anyone who knows how to play the game here, having two T pieces like this is very good, because that downstacks our DT cannon, which actually will send a bunch of lines. But okay, so we save this. That'll go under pictures, so that thumbnails. Right. I should just copy. What am I doing? And copy that, put that over here. Bring this back in here. I'm gonna call that charity.xcf.gc. Petrio charity. Okay. So now we have that file. I'm gonna move this out of the way too. We will need that bit later. So now we have Tetro Charity over here. And then we are going to go to EG-sub once again. Once this thing loads. And then we're going to export this. And say .no text. Export. I'm going to go ahead and compress that image to save space. But in the meantime, we can load that over in EG-sub. We can close this one now because we don't need that. Open video. And then for EG-sub, you need for it to be able to see files, you need to go to all files, and then you can drag in your file there. And now we have this. And this then allows us to write text everywhere. Do I have... Did I ever make... Oh, I did. Oh, I did. Very good. I've been meaning to make this style here, just so that I can just write and I have the style all set for us already. For a long time, I didn't have that. So what do we have here? The important parts to say are charity stream. If I can spell that right, charity stream. And I also have something like, I donate every time I lose. And then we have to find some way of putting this in. Maybe charity stream is in all caps. And then we have this somehow. But we'll start with this one. We can make this... Oh. We can make this one bigger. So let's say this is FSO, I don't know, 120? 250? Too large. We don't want it to be bigger than Tetria logo. So it'll be 107 to 80, 90, 200, 220, 210. Do you avoid the bottom right corner? Yes. So there, when you're making a YouTube thumbnail, there are certain corners you want to avoid, particularly the bottom right corner, about this much. And this is because this is where the time goes. So if we go into YouTube, if I can hold this one up again. Let's say we go to my channel here. Right, that bottom corner gets covered up by the live indicator, or if it's already been live already, by the duration indicator. You may also want to consider. No, I don't think I have a. So let's go to Z's channel. tPenguinLTG. Maybe I think she has one here. Yeah, the upcoming live stream. So over here on the bottom left corner, you may also want to consider avoiding that one. This one's not as important because by the time you're here, you know, you're already at the stream. There's no reason for you to really. The thumbnail isn't really doing anything for you, because the thumbnail's purpose is to get you to, or rather, one of its purposes is to get you to click on it when you're looking through a bunch of streams. But when you're already on the stream page, that becomes a lot less important because you're already there. So in this case, the thumbnail here would only serve to be more of a stream identifier. But yeah, the bottom right corner is the one that's most important to avoid. I'll go ahead and send this one over in chat too. The charity stream for her charity stream will be there. But for us, we gotta figure out how to do this. This seems like it doesn't have a lot of contrast, which isn't good. There's a lot of colors, and there's a lot of. I think we might need to make the border thicker. So what is the current border here? So this is at border 6. We may want something a little bit thicker than that, so we can go with border A10. 10's probably a good number. Give it a little box. That is an option too. So you can do. I don't like doing this. But we might have to. One thing that you can do, and I think a box is not quite the right tool here, but what we can do is we can create a globe behind it. It's a little bit of a hack, but what you can do is you can do KO 1A. I'll go over what this all means afterwards. I just gotta make sure to get it done here. I'm gonna hide this so we can see what's going on over here. I'm gonna turn this white just so we can see it. CHFFFFFF, I think. We need 4C and shad 001. Okay. So that's what we would see here. And then we can do blur, say 5, 6, 10, maybe 10. So breaking this down here, we have what's called the shad trick, where you in the AS file format, each line has 4 colors that you can work with, and that's why there are 4 buttons here. The fill, the secondary fill, which most of the time you don't end up using, the border, and then the shadow. Over here on the hold on, I'm gonna change the layer here. And this is stuff we go over in the fan subbing stream. But over here on the regular text here, we have the purple as the border and we have the white as the fill. Our style says there are no shadows, so there isn't one here. But on the other side, we have the fill and the border transparent, but we do have a shadow, which we say is white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've went too many Fs. And then we blur the whole thing by a factor of 10. Seems like EG-Sub would be a good application to have on hand to make text on image memes. I use it for that exact purpose a lot. It's way handier than doing it on GIMP. Maybe 10 is a little bit too much. Maybe 5. No, okay, we can do 10, and then we can say for a reduce the alpha a little bit, so we can do it at 80. But also we want this to be black, so maybe not F, maybe we do it as zeros. Which, to be honest, I don't think changes much, but it does make things a little bit clearer if you're over the color fill bits. Oh, I don't want to do that. I've done it before on GIMP, and I remember it took several steps to the point where I'd just rather use one of those meme generated websites. Yeah, GIMP is especially not very friendly for text manipulation. In part because text basically only has one layer, and if you want to do anything to that layer, like adding a border, you have to rasterize it, and like it's doable. It's just a lot of a hassle. But here, it's all text. Like AS does have its limitations, but it's very good at working with text. But yeah, okay, so we have a very subtle shadow in the border, or very subtle back glow here, so I think that'll probably be okay. So we have charity stream here, and then we just have to do that every time we have this one here. Maybe we'll make this. I'm going to open up Hydra here, which allows us to add a bunch of tags. We're going to add the alignment tag to put it on top right. Yes. So alignment here has 9 numbers. They correspond to the positions on a number pad. So 1 is the bottom left, 9 is top right. And we want this to be aligned to the top right, or anchored top right rather. We can apply that. And now we have to reposition this. But that also means that if I make line breaks here, they do that, which I think we want. But I need a better tagline here. Somehow it doesn't look like AS bad pun. Yes. Typesetters have done some very good. There were. If you look at the old typesetting stream, which actually I think I can pull that up here. The old fan subbing stream where we went with. Or we tried doing a fan sub of one of the HoloLive videos. In the beginning, I went over some of the very good typesetting examples that some of the fan subbers have made for anime, which ended up blocking the video, blocking the video for one of them. So I had to cut the one for a Spy Fam. But I think everything else is still there. That is definitely worth checking out if this stuff interests you. Well, this doesn't quite. You see, if you look at this, okay, at the small size, you can see charity stream. I say I donate money every time I lose, and we can put this on the halfway point, maybe. I'm going to add a line. One of the unfortunate things about EG-Sub is that there's no easy way to make guides. You just kind of have to do it manually. So say we do in 7 here. This is 1280 by no, this is 1920 by 1080. I forgot to shrink it down. Oh well, that's fine. Pull out the calculator here because I do not trust myself with math. 1080 divided by 2 is 540. So pause XY here, we have at the X position that's going to be 0, and that's going to be 540 for this one. M0, oh, and then we go into drawing mode. M00, L to make a line. We want that to go to 1920, 0. That's probably good enough, actually. We're going to go with that. So this here is going to be our guide. Board just 1. And we'll make this white. 3C? Yeah. Now I think I might actually make this AN6. So it's a little bit easier. So if we do this... Okay, so we want this maybe to line up. So our X position is 1910. Maybe not 1910. Maybe we do go a little bit more in here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. FS, I don't know, like 200s? How about we make this a little bit bolder? That doesn't actually do anything, okay. That is because we are working with Inconsolata semi-bold. What if I just do Inconsolata without semi-bold? And then B1 for bold. I think that might be okay. Make this a little bit bolder like that. And we have to do the same thing for the shadow layer too. Just like this. And this one is okay to stay semi-bold. I do want to increase the border though, so board say 6, 7, 8, 10, 8, 9, 8, 10, I guess. $200 is probably fine. I'm gonna hide this. Now, if we look at this with a small size, this is a little bit too small. But also, maybe that means we need to shrink the Tetrio logo a little bit. So I do think the charity stream should probably be a little bit bigger. Maybe not that big. 30 to 30. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and save that. Oh. I did not mean to do that. Saves as Tetrio charity. Stop that. This. So we're gonna go ahead and resize this one. Just to be a little bit smaller. Like so. Normally I don't like having like resizing after a resize, but I think in this case it might be okay. Let's do that again. So it lines up with this this block here. Maybe it shouldn't align with a block. Maybe that'll be okay. Yeah, let's go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to go ahead and export that. Actually, one thing I noticed about the Tetrio logo the other week was the Tetrio logo is made up of Tetris pieces. So this is a T, this is an I, these are L's, another I, that's a T, an I, a couple more L's, O piece and J piece is here. Very very clever way of constructing that. Okay, so now that we have that, it's still pretty visible in the small size. And then now we can make this bigger. Well, that one we already made bigger. We can make this one bigger. 230. Or maybe move this down a little bit. And then we're going to split this because I don't like how much space that is. One of the downsides to this format is that there's no way to specify line spacing. So if you want to have a specific amount of space between lines, you're gonna have to do it yourself. $540, right? I'm gonna turn this back on. I think we're gonna have the tops touched 540. Right about there, and then we're gonna have this probably around there. Still want to make this a little bit bigger. 250. 250. And now, actually, hold on. There's a missing piece of information here. It needs to say something for the fire. For fire relief. I'm gonna hide this one. Do we actually need this? I think we may want to consider having a shadow, but I'll work with that one for now. For LA fire relief. This will be... Wait a minute. Interesting. The charity stream and LA fire relief text is actually smaller than this bit here. But I think that's fine because the charity stream bit is in all caps, so that makes it looks a little bit bigger. However that ends up working. Go ahead and A6 this. I'm gonna move this down 40 so I can grab the handle. 100 so I can grab the handle. Maybe 180. And now we're starting to look a little bit too busy. How do I deal with this? One way is to make this not look so boring, I guess, and we can rotate this using the rotate tool. Can you stay selected, please? You want to make your thumbnails look somewhat more dynamic. So one way of doing that is to make sure you don't have too many straight lines that are all parallel to each other. This one's maybe... That's a lot of text. We're gonna get rid of this here. Move that over maybe a tad. Align that up with this one here. You know, it's a lot of text, but the information's there. And you can tell it's tutorial because of all the stuff in the background. It's not great. Actually, yeah, maybe a shadow will help here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that for all the stuff here. And so if you're wondering why we didn't just put a shadow on and on the original line and blur that, it's because you can't. So if we have here, if you try to blur this, then all that gets blurred. Actually, maybe I'll open up another one just to make it easier to see. Go ahead and open a dummy video. Say make this 500 to no 300s. What's the board say 40. All that gets blurred is the outer edge, like that, and the inner edge does not. So if you want anything that's higher blur, you got to split it out into multiple layers. Or if you want to blur the fill with the border, you also have to split it into multiple layers. It's kind of annoying, but there are scripts to deal with this, and I don't know if I have. Well, I don't tend to use a script whenever I do this. I just do it manually. Maybe I should reconsider that. But we already have this. So all we have to do really is to copy this over here, because now that's changed a bunch. Apply it to here. And change the parts that conflict. So this goes. I think the rest of that stays. And the important part is this, all this stuff over here. You go ahead and copy this and drop that over here. And then turn this into 0 so it's behind. And do the same thing over here. But now we go ahead and relayer this one. I don't know if it's really made a difference here, but at least it is there. And then just because I liked having the layers ordered so that you have the lower one up at the top. And there we go, I think. We didn't have these. No, that's the wrong one. I mean, if we didn't have these. Yeah, there's a noticeable difference. Yeah, this is a very busy thumbnail. I'm not particularly happy with it, but it's good enough for what we have here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and call this tetrocharity.png, compress that, and then we're going to go ahead and make our stream reservations. So we go here, go into YouTube Studio, looks nice, thank you, and go live. So this is what it's behind the scenes looks like on YouTube. Usually what I do here is go ahead and schedule a stream. If there is a stream that is close to what I had done before, I can usually pick it and reuse the settings. In this case, we're looking for the latest piano stream, which I think was this one, back in November. First thing I do is change the thumbnail because for some reason Discord sometimes is a little bit weird and picks up the old thumbnail. So I like to try to change this as soon as possible. For this one, I guess it doesn't matter too much because it's more or less the same thumbnail, but it's still a good thing to have. Piano improv, less and less improv, because the more I do this piano improv stuff, the more I end up just playing my own pieces, and I think that's what's going to end up happening this time around. We do not have a MIDI recording yet. This one stays. This one's fine. And I think the rest of this stays here. Got playlists. Very good. That's all correct. So piano improvs are very easy to set up stream-wise. In person, not so much. I gotta bring my digital piano in here and set it all up. But that'll be on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. And then we'll schedule the next one. This is going to be a Tetra stream, and we already have one here. So we're going to reuse that one as well. Again, change out the thumbnail first. And we're going to label this as charity, because that's the main attraction of this stream. It's not the Tetro part. The only reason I'm choosing Tetro here is because Tetro tends to be the subject that gets the most viewers, and so for the most exposure you want the most viewers, and so Tetro is the one to do that, I think. Gotta say something about LA Fire. LA Fire playing Tetro for LA Fire Relief. Okay, then we get rid of all this stuff here. We are not having OpenBC. I see nobody's coming to this OpenBC, but that's okay. And we're gonna need some details from here. So we're going to open up our Vim instance here so we can put stuff in. Playing Tetrio for LA Wildfire Relief. It doesn't quite sound right. Alright. Syzygy Altair. See what she has on her description. Hopefully she has something. If not, we're making stuff up. Donation link is not there yet. Okay. Somebody else did something in the server, so I'm gonna go look that up as well. This will be off screen. Somebody did put something in here, and they have a list of participants. Actually, what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna link to this instead. Charity event info. I'm gonna do that. And Tetro has a link here for LA Wildfire Relief. Proceeds go to, who are we going for? Direct relief. TinyURL/vcons of vtuber fire relief. So I guess we should probably have this link somewhere. Which doesn't exist yet. Okay, sure, but that is the link. Donate here. Okay, I just gotta make sure that this link actually does work. It does. And I might consider actually, where did I put my oh, there it is. Okay, Pearl. And then we take this link here, because I do not want to spread tiny URL link if I can help it. Proceeds go to direct relief. Which I think we also have a link somewhere if I can find it. Direct relief. Where did you put this? Just looking in the channel for the charity streams. It was in here somewhere. This one. directrelief.org. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in chat as well. Yeah, this is what they're doing over here. We're gonna put that in here. Process go to direct relief, donate here, charity event info, and then we have Tetrio there. Every time I lose, I donate $1. And I expect to be able to donate a bunch from this because half the time I do lose, and we're going for at least 3 hours. And so if we're doing first to fives, and let's say we get a lot of tiebreakers, which in the past we have, that means $4 for every match. And if I lose the match, it's another $1, so that's potentially $5 max per match. And do that a bunch of times, and that racks up pretty quickly. Okay, so that should be fine. Then we take care of this hashtag here, charity. What else do we have here? Direct relief. LA Fire, I think people are doing. Is that right? LA Fire, LA Fires. LA Fire is what people are using. But also on YouTube, it seems like, you know, I may as well do both. Doesn't hurt to have both here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Tetrio here, we have this. This is not a collab, so we're not going to call it that. No alter content. No quickly Poo, holidays, Christmas, it's all gone. LA Fire. LA Wildfire. Charity. Direct relief. What else have we said here? Tiltify. That's all good. And then we schedule this. This one is going to be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Schedule this an hour early, just so we have more time to play. And so that more time to play doesn't mean going later in the night. And then those are both streams scheduled. Now what I'm going to do is going to update the calendar off screen. I will need these though. I do maintain a Google Calendar. Actually, no, this week is fairly empty. I think it should be safe to show this. So I'm gonna go ahead and update the Google Calendar. I'm going to switch over the category on Twitch as well, because we're now no longer under the art category. We're going to be under science and technology, or is it software development games? I think this goes under software development. Software and game development. Yes. Okay, we're gonna go with that one. Okay, so I have the Google Calendar here. Gonna go ahead and make the things for this one. VTuber schedule here. This will be work session. So that's today's. And then Fridays is going to be piano improv. And then for Saturdays is going to be charity stream. Tetrio. With a capital S. Under the right calendar. But one thing I forgot to do. Can you add the next one, please? There's one more after this. Unless I didn't save. No, I don't like using the live I don't like using the live version of the URL. I'd rather use the watch version of the URL. Like so. Just to make it more normalized. So that'll be here, piano improv. Location. And I'm also going to do that for the other one. Okay, let's put this in. And then there's going to be this stream as well, when we're currently on. This one I can just copy from here. And now comes the cool part after we do this. Okay, so now that the calendar is updated, I can go in here, open up the website, go under static, schedule, and then index HTML. Clear out the old schedule. I'll actually update this one first. Video 3. Clear out the old schedule and run this command here. Cal to sketch 3. And then it writes it all out for me. This is one of the... I think I might have shown this off in one of the other... No, I mustn't have. Because we haven't done one of these before. But it's extremely handy, so let me show you what this is. Basically what it does is it... Oh right, I have a Node application for this. I think I can go here. How do I go to this? Yeah, I go to there. Basically, I have this Node application that takes in the calendar, potentially customizable through the environment, and then it just goes through the entries. It transforms them into the format that I have here. This, of course, is the format that I use for feeding in the data for the schedule, and then. Fills in a couple of things, it assumes a couple of things because it just is, I guess. And then it writes it out to standard out. And so I can then use that and have it dumped over here. I'm going to go ahead and copy this way so we can... Oh, actually I did need that. Formatted correctly, indented correctly. And then just edit what I need from here. This used to be a whole manual process, but now it's a lot easier. Okay. Schedule thumbnails. We are streaming this on Twitch, and it is going to be this over here, so that's fine. Piano improv. Improv. I'm gonna call it that. So that's fine. Tetrio for LA wildfire relief. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. And so that's all good. We can go ahead and here, website Zola, we can do Zola serve. And now if we go to, if I can find my browser, my other one. Looking at this one here, I like to use Penbu for this because it has better rendering for the EST bit here. So this is what the schedule looks like as rendered there. These are all clickable. And once we do push it up, actually I'll save the link for later. This is real, this is live, but to get a screenshot of this schedule, I'm going to get rid of some classes here, because I do have something that says, if you look at the website now, well, I mean, I guess you wouldn't be able to because I don't have this up. Actually, why don't we get that up now? Websites, Zola, get status, get add-p, yes, no, git commit -n schedule update for 2025 W01 03, right? 03? Yes, 03. Yeah, now I'll go ahead and push that up. And then now, or rather in a few minutes, you can go ahead and try to refresh that. Now you should be able to see that in there once the site builds and deploys. But you will see with the same thing as we see here, where you have this red bit here and then the other two over here. This red bit, it just assumes once the start time goes and it assumes we're live for about, I don't remember what it was, 2 hours, 3 hours? I think it might have been 3 hours. And so there's no API checking, it's just a lot of assumptions. But it works well enough because they usually do go for about 3 hours, give or take an hour. Sometimes we have gone over to 6 hours in the past, but 3 hours is usually where I aim to. 2.5 to 3. Then get rid of that, and then we get that there. And then I just take a screenshot of this, and this is what now gets uploaded to places. Can I show you my downloads folder? You can see it on the link. All right, very good. Yeah, and this is why I like to do it in. So a lot of VTubers, what they do is they make their schedule in either an image editor. I've heard some people do it in PowerPoint as well. The fancy people do it in Canva, I guess. All sorts of things. But I like to do it this way, one, because it's really easy to fill out the data, because I can get it all automated, but also that you can see it on the website. And these are all clickable too. Of course, some VTubers just don't bother with a schedule, and that's fine too. It certainly makes it easier. At least for the streamer. For the viewers, there is, I find, some value in making it known what you're going to stream, because then you can plan for it. But I think as a streamer, whether or not you make a schedule, more importantly, you should be more consistent about your time. So if you're going to stream, try to stream at the same time every day, or every day that you do stream, rather, so that even if it's short notice for what the day is that you're going to stream, at least they know what time to expect it at. Okay. So we have a screenshot of this now. I'm just going to check my downloads folder to make sure that I can actually show that on stream without revealing too much. Yeah, this is probably fine. There's nothing in here that's particularly incriminating. It's a little bit messy, but not really all that much there. Usually when I have downloaded files, I usually do save them right away to some other places. But sometimes things get through the cracks. Also, yeah, the Tetrio soundtrack, it is available, I think, for free. Or some of it is for free on the Tetrio shop. The other one that's not free is available for fairly cheap, and it has a lot of goodies in it, so I definitely recommend. But that's not what we're interested in right now. We're looking at schedules 2025. I have the script here called appropriately enough move schedule. That takes in the screenshot here. And then I'm going to open this up so you can see it in action. Renames it with the current week number, and then compresses it. We're going to wait for that to compress. How long have we been going for? Just over an hour. Okay, so we probably will be working on the website then. So that's done now. We have this. That looks like that. I better make sure I didn't misspell anything. I don't think so. Relief, I think, is spelled correctly, so that should be fine. So now that we have that, I can go ahead and post that in places. Oh, alright, I can show you what moves schedule does. It's a bash script. It takes the destination directory and the source for the image, figures out what week it is, figures out the year so we can put it in the right folder. I do tend to do yearly folders for certain things. For the schedules, because there's only going to be about 52, 53 files in the folder, it makes sense to do it by year. And then we calculate what the year folder is going to be and what the output file is going to be. And then we just move it. If there's a force flag, then we do this. And this is because we're not in Bash, actually. This is just POSIX shell. So I can't use arrays to do this -n. I have to override it in some other way. But anyway, can I get this out of the way? Yes. Okay. So now that we have that, I can go ahead and copy. I have the script here in my DevTools that I really should move out of the way, where I can copy some text and put it into Discord. I'm going to do the Discord portion off screen because I do not want to be showing Discord. But if you are in the Discord, you can see the results of it. If you're not in the Discord, you can join in that link there. There you go. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this over here. I'm going to go ahead and publish that. And then we go ahead and do the same on, I don't know why I still write twitter.com, you know, X is shorter. Post. We take this. And then we take, I have another script, a one-liner, I guess, that copies a thing for the Twitter alt text, and it's important to have alt text for accessibility reasons. We can go ahead and copy that, just publish that in there. Schedule for this week, 2025 W03. The highlight of this week is the charity stream on Saturday for Saturday. What else do I want to say about this? I think I want to link to this. An effort organized by Syzygy Altair. You won't want to miss it. Penbu BT. Charity, what is this called? Charity fundraiser details? Guess we can put that there. Can you expand, please? I guess you won't expand, alright. I'm just gonna hope that that quotes properly. I also usually add, see the local time, see the times in your local time zone at the link that I sent earlier. And this is another advantage of having it in HTML, is that the local portion actually does change to your local time, as long as it's whatever's set in your browser. So this part is actually different for everyone, unless you're in my time zone. Okay, so that looks good. We can go ahead and pin that, and then on the YouTube side, go ahead and create a post. I don't know if anyone reads the community post, but I think it makes sense to have it here. So drag that in, move the preview so that you see as much of the text as possible, and then write basically the same thing. I'm going to close this because we don't need that anymore. Where is my window? This one. I'm going to recopy this. It fills out the channel, yeah, and I think YouTube does actually send these out to people, so it is worth having in some form or another. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. You don't want to miss it. See the times in local time zone, do that, and get rid of most of these. But otherwise, everything else is formatted correctly. I've been wondering about keeping this stuff, but also I've been just removing them, so eh. And I think you can put hashtags as well, but I haven't been doing that. Whether it's worth it to do so, probably, but I don't know. I just haven't been doing that. So we will have that. Should I have a link to the charity details? I think so. Charity fundraiser details. That one. Now I'll just have to do it all again next week. Yeah, so this is a weekly thing if I get around to it. I would like to try to automate as much of this as possible, and this is definitely more automated than when I first started, because all of this used to be very manual. I had to do all this formatting and stuff. Back then, what I did was I copied and pasted this, and then pasted it in here, and then manually had to reformat it. It's pretty awful. But now I have the scripts to do it, so that all I have to do is copy and paste it. But it would still be nicer to be able to automate more of this, particularly the parts where I generate the video. So the video is, sure, I have to do that manually, but putting it into the calendar, it would be nice if I didn't have to do that myself. Not that it's a big lift or anything, and it certainly feels like less of a lift now, but it is something that I feel like I could automate, and I did see a tool where it might be possible to do so. So we're going to go ahead and do this. But new for this week and going forward, if I can find where it is. For those of you who weren't in the Discord, yeah, there it is. For those of you who were in the Discord last week, I did a stream reading out the Blue Sky terms and conditions, all of the documents in full, just to review what they all said. And the result of that is now we have a Blue Sky account, where I'll now be posting stuff. I gotta log in. Hold on. I'm going to log in elsewhere, and then I'm going to reload. Just getting my password here. Network error. I think I have to open some scripts. Ah, never mind. That's all I needed. Looks a lot like Twitter. That is pretty intentional. So Blue Sky was made by I think former Twitter employees as perhaps as a replacement for Twitter, because Elon Musk happened. But under the hood, it's very different from Twitter. It runs on an open network, the AT protocol, and it's in a way. Have you ever heard of Mastodon? I think it follows the same or similar motives, but it's done in a different manner. Blue Sky has been gaining a lot of traction lately because of the changes that's been happening over on Twitter. So I think Blue Sky will actually be taking off, unlike Mastodon. I was a lot older than when Musk bought Twitter. That's possible. I don't actually know the history of Blue Sky. We can look that up. It started in 2019 within Twitter. So it looks like it was probably started as a research initiative. Probably as a way to scale up better or something. Explore the possibility of decentralizing Twitter. So yeah, definitely had the goals there. So they did have it as an effort that started before Musk got his hands on it. And then the development accelerated for social apps in 2022 after Musk's acquisition of Twitter and subsequent severing of ties between the companies. So, yeah. We're gonna go ahead and do a new post here. The only post that I have here is CXMC and Butterfly as a reference, of course, to the SKCD real programmers. Where you have this, very classic in the programming scene here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a new post. I've never done an image post here, so I don't actually know how this works. We're going to find out together. Then we have the alt text, so we don't need to edit the image, but we can add alt text here. I have it so that it forces me to write alt text. I don't really need it to force me, because I do it anyway, but I don't know, maybe it's worth it. We can go ahead and copy the same stuff that we have there. And then we can also copy the same text that we have here too. I don't think Z is on Blue Sky, so we're just gonna write her name there. Penbu ET. Labels. Here, we don't need to label that. Okay, I think that does it. And anybody can interact, that's fine. Live code posts, that's also fine. We don't need to edit the image. We have alt text. This is in English, and I don't need to add another one, so we can go ahead and post this one too. And there we go, the first substantial post on Blue Sky. Can I pin this? Pin, yes. Actually, no, I did want to have a reply. I wanted to send people over here. Charity fundraiser details. Alright, well, thank you for the applause. And so now we have this. I'm going to save this in chat for posterity. Okay. I think that's it for schedule stuff. We're all good. I think... So we've done Discord, we've done YouTube, we've done Twitter, and now we have Blue Sky. I technically have a VT social account. How does this work again? Hold on, I'm gonna put this, visit this off screen for now, just so I can get to my profile. So I technically do have a VT social account. I haven't done anything with it yet. I've had this for a few months now. But I think eventually I want to use this in the same way I use Blue Sky and Twitter as well. It's just the more of these microblogging services I had, the more upkeep they all are. And so I'm a little bit hesitant to spread out a little bit too much. But Blue Sky I'm okay with because people seem to be dwindling down on Twitter a little bit. So that I'm okay with. VT Social, as much as I like Mastodon and their philosophy and stuff, I don't really see myself being very active here. Format like Twitter again, yeah, because the thing is with design is that when you have a service that does similar things, they all tend to converge to roughly similar designs. In part because good designs tends to work in similar ways, or provide the similar functionality or whatever, but also because if you design something that's too different, then people will go, what is this? This is very different. I don't like it. How am I going to work with it? All right, so there's a little bit of familiarity that you want to have, so that people can transition into it a little bit better. But yeah, we're not going to be posting to this today. Also because I haven't done my first post on here, and I don't want that to be the schedule. I got to think of something more clever. Blue Sky is very easy. It's a butterfly, so this made sense. I already did Hello World for Twitter, so I'm not doing that again. I got to think of something for Mastodon. Okay, that is the schedule portion. And now we can go ahead and I guess go to the other stuff. I'm gonna quit that. I quit this as well. I'm going to open up. How do I do this again? It's been a while. npm dev. npm run dev. Go ahead and open this. I'm gonna move some of the stuff out of the way because we don't need them anymore. This one I can just close. This one we will need. This one maybe we'll need. We're gonna move that out of the way for now. Okay. So what do we need from this? I don't actually know. We can update the date here, so it's no longer 2024, it's 2025 now. Which reminds me, actually, we need to do that for the other one too. We're gonna go ahead and update that for the other one first. Now I just have to remember where I put this. I think it's under templates. I think it might be here. 2025. Alternatively, there is a service called getfullyear.org.com. You could use this if you're feeling adventurous. I will I'll let you peruse that on your own time. But for now, we're just going to go for a very simple, simple number change there. Updates, copyright footer year. To 2025. Got to be specific in your commit messages. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do that here as well. I think we can do this. Where did I put this? I don't know, it's under footer. This one, not this one. This one. 2025. I already did that one. Update copyright footer year. That is the nice thing about having history. You just go back in history. Control R, by the way, is very handy for searching through your history. Just do Control R, start typing, and then the first one that matches the most recent one comes up. And then if you need to go back even more, you just hit Control R again. I wonder where everyone is. Maybe it's because it's a Wednesday. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Not... Okay, no, it is this one. We have projects, which is a very simple list of stuff, which, considering what we have right now, penbuvt.ca/portfolio is what I called it. I mean... Also, yeah, the order of this is a little bit... Yeah, whatever. I think styling-wise we're going to do something about this. Because this looks a little bit not so great. Especially the links here. But also, we had... I think this looked more or less the same as what we had over here. This is the wrong one. This one. One big difference is that we don't have this module here. The table of contents, which I think I would like to keep. But everything else I think was the same. It's just a matter of fonts and link styling. So if you've never been into one of these work sessions where we work on the website, it usually takes me a little bit to figure out what it is that we're doing. So bear with me a little bit here. Maybe we do work on this bit. Because everything else I think is more or less good. The home page is fine. Interesting. Does mobile styling work? Almost, more or less. Kind of. Compared to this. I mean, I guess it doesn't do this. I don't know why I didn't add that in, but okay. One thing that this has an advantage of that this does not is that you notice that it's going over the logo, which we don't want. This one doesn't because this starts down there, like past the menu, which in a way is a good thing, but also it means that if this looks a little bit off-centered because it's shifted down, which isn't great. I guess it's a trade-off there. What do I do with this? Maybe I do work on this, maybe I just work on this one here. Okay, so maybe we'll start with this one, because this is one at least we can see. So for anyone wondering, this, as we saw earlier, is built in Zola, which is a static site generator. We're using the juice theme, which has this bit built in, but for a lot of reasons I don't actually like how the code of juice is built. And the reason why we're converting to Svelte kit is because the schedule, this thing, is all handwritten JavaScript. Oh, I guess we can work on the schedule too. I go to static schedule. So this isn't great. This is all handwritten stuff. I use a lot of DOM manipulations and whatnot. It's not clean. It does the job clearly, but from a maintainability standpoint, it could be a lot better. And this pretty much makes the static site generator useless in a way, because we're not really using the static site generator anymore. We're just kind of undercutting it. And so I wanted to switch over to SvelteKit so I have a bit more control over how it works. Okay, so we can go to the one of the layouts here. Layout Svelte. This isn't quite right. We have the footer, we have the header, and then we have this nav header. Any path here, page TS. Ah, right. Okay, maybe we probably won't end up keeping this one, because this one's a way to get a 404 page. But if this is going to be a static site on, well, right now it's a static site on GitHub pages, which you can just pass in a 404 page. Yeah, this we're probably not going to end up keeping. But for now, it stays. Under projects, you have no layout. You have a layout here. I don't know if this is... Where is the initial page? Hold up. Is this... This is the home page. I think this is the home page. Okay. So that's the home page. Then we go to the header, because the home page doesn't have a header. Alright, this is the header, but it's not the same header as the other ones. And so that's why it has its own layouts here. Oh no, this is the footer layout. But this page here defines its own header, so that's fine. Because it's all different anyway. But in the header layout here, I think we can probably put the table of contents here in the layout.svelte. Now, question. How do we pass data from the page up to the layout so that the layout can do stuff with it? That is something we're going to have to look up in SvelteKit. I don't want the tutorial, I want the docs here. Firefox does this sometimes, where it doesn't let you, for some reason, click on something that's opened by CSS. I think it has to do with the order of events or something. But I've been having that problem for years. Okay, loading data. Before a page Svelte components and its containing layout Svelte components can be rendered, we often need to get some data. It's done by defining load functions. I don't necessarily need this one, because this is inside of the page TS. which, actually... Spell 4, you export let data. Okay, True Cat Lover, welcome in. It's been a while. Good to see you again. Alright, banning this guy on Twitch. Yeah, we've done the scheduling portion. It looks like this. I got 3 streams this week, plus another one on Sunday where I'm going to be in Z's stream for the OpenVC. So we're holding a charity fundraiser, and there's going to be the wrap-up stream on Sunday. Yeah, all the thumbnails are done now for the streams this week, so you can have a look at that on the YouTube side. And now we're just working on the website to fill out the time. But comes the trouble of what do we do? Where do we start? I think, as I said, we're going to start with recreating this table of contents here. And so what I was thinking was the page, if I can find a page, say like projects here, the page would export some headers like this, for example. And then this will make use of that. But we got to find a way to get data up from the page and into the layout. And for that, we're looking at the docs. I'm hoping that we don't need to do it through the page TS, because it feels to me like that might be the wrong place to put it, but it might be the correct place. Page svelte file can have a sibling page TS that exports a load function, the return value of which is available to the page via the data prop. From here, but export let data. We are using Svelte 4 because this project predates Svelte 5. I do want to make a stream where we convert the website to Svelte 5. But I want to finish the site first so we can do that all at once. Load function runs on both the server and the browser. In which case it'll only run in the browser. If your load function should always run on the server, go page server.js instead. See, this is what I don't want. I don't want this to run on the browser. Actually, does that make sense? Because if this is supposed to be a static site, I don't think we should be having any page.js files. Data returned from a load function is available to the child, as well as the layout it belongs to. From page app state, you can access data.post because returned from the parent layout load function. Maybe this is the right place to get it. If multiple load functions return data with the same key, the last one wins. Page.data, the page Svelte component and each layout Svelte component above it has access to its own data, plus all the data from its parents. In some cases, we might need the opposite. The parent layout might need to access the page data or page from a child layout. For example, the root layout might want to access a title property returned from the load function, which we actually do want. It's getting done with page.data. Where do we get this from? How do we export this data? How do I get this? I think this is what we're looking for, but I also don't know how we export data. Or, I mean, I guess this is how we export data, isn't it? We can access data.post because it returned from Okay, so this is in the page svelte. That's fine. In the layout, you get it from here. No, that's layout.js. Okay. Okay, so I think we do have to make one of these then. Which I was hoping not to. But it looks like we might have to. Because the reason I don't want to is because... Oh yeah, these definitely don't have any titles. The reason I don't want to is because, say we go into here, to view page svelte, right? We have this svelte file containing all the layout stuff, all the visual stuff. But then now we have to make a new file, page dot, we're going to call it ts here, because we are using TypeScript. That requires export const loads page loads. I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna go ahead and copy that, paste it in here. Params title. This was 2u, I think, so we're gonna do this. 2u original. I'm gonna take this. I may as well just paste that. That's going to take that, and this needs to be that. And then we're going to have scripts. Lang equals ts. I think it's lang. Then we get that from, I said export let data, I think. Yes, export let data equals empty object. Data.title. So that's fine. Don't worry about that. That's okay. And then instead of content, we're going to be having headings. Where do we even have any headings? Yes, we do. So we're going to do this. Now, the question, how do I... Actually, no, this is not fine. I can turn this into a map. This map is probably better. No, map is probably not better. Alright, maybe map is better. Because what it allows me to do... I would rather not do a map here. Sorry, I am not explaining myself very well here. The reason I would rather not do a map here is because it's not serializable. You can't turn this into JSON. But it makes it easy to do stuff like this, because then it means that I can just get the map and then do something like this, data.headings.get downloads. Oh, no, that's no, I still need downloads here. But then I can do data, yeah, data.headings.get downloads, like this. Something feels wrong about this. I don't want to be doing this. I don't think I need params. We're gonna get rid of this too. Cannot find name map. This is a regular JavaScript object. What are you talking about? You compile option ES 2015 or later. Yes, I would like that. Why do we not have that? ES config. Why is that ES5? I don't care about IE compatibility. We're long past that. What was it complaining about? Compiler option, which compiler option? Target library trying to change lib compiler option to ES 2015 or later. Lib. TypeScript includes a default set of type definitions for built-in JS API like math. Walk back into the room right as IE compatibility gets mentioned. yeah, IE has been dead for how long now? Actually, I think part of it, one version of it might still be around. For a very niche version of the operating system. But I might be wrong about that. It might have actually concluded by now. End of life. 2015, 2021. 2016. The latest version available, 2022. Support ended for Windows 10 semi-automated channel, or semi-annual channel rather. But in at least for very wide uses, you should not be using IE11. I think you can still get it to run on my computer. Also have to stand by with Task Manager to kill Edge because it keeps starting as well and telling me to stop using IE. Fair enough. I didn't realize Edge would kick in, but yeah, I guess you can actually probably kill Edge in a loop in a command line. On other versions of Windows, Internet Explorer will still be supported until their own end of support dates. Internet Explorer 11 will be supported until January 13, 2032. Concurrent with the end of support for Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 2021. So we're still, it is now 2025. That's 7 years until the last version of IE11 is truly dead. But for all practical purposes, IE is dead. Why? Okay, what's the default for this? That's what I was interested in. Why is the default not something higher? TypeScript also includes APIs for newer JS features matching the target you specify. For example, definition for map is available if target is ES6 or newer. So I actually want targets. Which is what by default. Target setting changes JS features. Sure, changing target. Also change the default lib value. May mix and match. Developer platforms like know their baselines for targets. Depending on, can we get baseline widely available, please? Base. Recommended. I don't know why this isn't the default. So glad the cheat is not dead, except one sings IE in place of the cheat. Yeah, hold on, hold on. So the TS config, oh, it says target 2016 here, so there's an explicit target. Do you have a target for baseline widely available? Well, 2016 doesn't allow us to use things like async await. That came in that came in 2017. But also, do I care enough? Am I actually going to use async await? And is that not just going to compile down to something else? But also, we have tsconfig spelt here. Target ES 2017. No, I'm okay with that. I don't know why it didn't give it to us like that already. But okay. Now this error should go away. Hello? But also, maybe I don't want to use a map anyway, because I kind of already didn't want to. You know what, it doesn't matter. We have a very fixed number of headings, and doing something that's slightly inefficient isn't really gonna matter. So this should be fine. What I had earlier, ID is this, and then the value for text is this. And now I've forgotten what's in here. Is this downloads? Okay. But then the problem is, I need to be able to address these. So now I actually need an object, not an array. Which still kind of sucks. So now I'm relying on the order, the insertion order, which at least for modern versions of JavaScript is actually guaranteed. So maybe I shouldn't have to worry about this. Hate it, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. Which means that I can just do headings downloads like this. .id, and then we have .text, and then this is interpolated. So it's going to be like this, and like so. And then we do that for the other one, and then just hope this works. And I'll find out very quickly if it doesn't. Aha! Internal error, and that is because something failed. Cannot read properties undefined gets. Cannot read properties undefined reading downloads. Because why? Where's my H2? There it is. I did that. It shouldn't matter. That is the same, right? Downloads. I actually don't need that. Right? Why not? So, cannot read properties of undefined reading downloads. So, does headings actually exist? Is another question. Ah, no, it doesn't. Cannot read properties of undefined reading downloads. So, it's for some reason title works fine, but not this one. That is odd. Why? Or am I even in the right folder? That's a good question. Oh. I'm not. Okay, this got saved to the root here, which is not where we want. We want this over on source routes, footer, header, projects, 2u, page.ts. That would absolutely do it. And it's still not working. Alright, what else? I'm going to clear this. Missing route file prefix. Do you mean plus page TS? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Move plus page.ts. This is not what they say here? Oh, I guess it is. Okay. So there it is. There's the title. This is the download section. I need the links. Should probably move that up there. Links. Yeah, like I said, I don't like that this is an ordered object, but here we go. Guess so we'll just put up with it. Okay, then we do the same thing here. This is going to be H2. We're gonna go ahead and copy this one, but instead of downloads, we do links, and we do a global search and replace, and we replace that. And it doesn't exist because we didn't save. Okay, so that all still works. We should see no visible change from what we had before. Now we still have links here, and we have the title there. Great. Next up, we do a commit. I need to get rid of this thing there. I swear I had a plugin that highlights the extra space, but I don't know where it went. Move heading data to loader. Page 2u. Sure. So I'm going to amend that. We're going to have some more stuff here saying that moving the data title and heading data to a loader allows the layouts to access this data. So that's fine. Then we can go over here. Yeah, data title, stuff title, page data, page svelte component, each layout svelte component above it has access to its own data, plus all the data from its parents. Ah. Oh, is that why we might want to do page post instead? No, but this is fine. Parent layout might need to access page data or data from a child layout. For example, the root layout might want to access a title property returned from the load function in page.js or page server.js. This can be done with page data. That's probably a good idea. Because we don't have titles right now. You see all these tabs here. They don't have titles, which is not a good thing. We need a title there. That is actually required for valid HTML. We're going to open up the root layout over here. We're going to do exactly what it says here. I'm going to have the script here. Actually, we're just going to go ahead and copy this. We're going to say if, because not everything's going to have a title, I think. Or rather, we're going to guard against things not having titles. So if this /if. So now we should have a title on at least 2U. Cell tags cannot be inside elements of blocks. We're going to put this inside there instead. Failed to resolve import app state from source this file. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's what he said. This is in the layout svelte file. And type information page data is provided by app.pagedata. Legacy mode. Use app stores instead. Ah. Okay. So we want app/stores, and then we get page data title. Which then we can do this. I think. I wish they had kept the Svelte 4 stuff intact, because it's I don't know, if you're working on a Svelte 4 project, it would be nice to have documentation that is directly relevant, not mixed up with the newer stuff. Because that is how say something like movie.org, Material UI. I work with this one a lot for work. Press.com. For the docs, right? They have a version selector here. This would be nice to have for Svelte, but they don't have that. A lot of other libraries and stuff that have things like that have major versions that change, they have that as well. Svelte just doesn't. Which is a little bit inconvenient. But okay, so now we have a store there. So that means that we now have this. And as you can see, we have the title here. And I will actually change this so that Penbu VT. I'm going to have that like that. Because otherwise we are going to do just... Actually, I think I can consolidate this. I think I can do this, if that, then this. Oh, I cannot. Okay. Alright. Then I guess I won't do that. And I will do what I was going to do earlier. I'll just this here. Give me a moment. Okay. So now that we have that, we have the title here. We can turn that into a thing. Status git add -p. Oh. Was that the case for the other one too? Okay. Set expand. Set expand tab. I like tabs, but they're not used in this project, so we're not doing that. Hello? Did you source routes? Schedule? No, not the schedule. Hold up. No, this is... Did I... I'm confused. What happened here? I thought this was... Did I not just change this so that this is now expanded and has spaces? So it should show up here. Oh, that's why. It didn't actually add this. Okay, that's kind of important. That is kind of important. Which, I mean, I would have needed to amend this anyway, so that's fine. We're going to go ahead and amend that. And we can go into here. And we're going to go ahead, set ET. Reformat that. And just double check this still is okay. Oh, the title being all the way over there is not a good thing. Okay, we're gonna move that. Because the title should be as early as possible. It already is as early as possible. Hold up. Can we change this? Can we change where the title is? Can we move that up here? Select kits.head. And so the reason why I'm a little bit concerned here is because there are certain browsers where the title and particularly this tag here should come in as early as possible. Otherwise I won't display it. But then again, maybe that's just Internet Explorer. So maybe it's not actually a concern. Man, there's so much stuff to deal with if you're doing this all on your own. Okay, sure. We'll have that. Socket assets favicon.png. I will deal with that later. But okay, this works. So now we can just do it for the other one. Actually, no. We are going to write this portion. So at minimum, actually this is all open source. We can, in theory, just take what we have here and do it. I think I'd rather not. Just build it ourselves because I don't really trust how well this is written, but it does appear to work at least. Especially since this is not a list, it should be a list. Semantically, this should be a list. Oh. That is something I did not anticipate. But you know what, this is also fine. I was thinking, what about subheadings? Where you have nested headings here. But that is actually not an issue yet. I think we can deal with that later. Because what we can do, I need a new component. We're going to do this under source lib. I'm going to call this table of contents.svelte. And we're going to be writing out a table of contents. Script lang ts. We're going to export let, and then we're going to get the headings as an object. And then we're going to say that this is actually going to be fairly easy, I think. And actually, we're not going to do this. I don't know, maybe we will. I was thinking, what if we don't have the default? Because then we can do if heading, or if headings, then do stuff inside. But does this make sense to have in here, or does it make sense to have it outside? There's one camp that says yes, the other camp says no. I think it might maybe make sense to do it here then, if that's the case. If headings and headings dot. Hold up. I need an iterator for this. I need an iterator for this. I can do object.entries. Object.entries headings. Let's turn this into, so right now we have headings in this form. ID is this, text is this, whereas I need something that's iterable so that I can do a for loop over them. I don't actually care about the entries, or rather I don't care about this, I only care about this. So object of values is fine. This will turn them into an array of ID whatever. We're going to have multiple of these like that. That's what's going to happen here. we're gonna have object values, ordered headings there. We only want to do this if this exists. So what does the object... Oh, go back. Object values of undefined. Cannot convert null or undefined to object. Okay. So we can't do this by itself. So I think we can do this here if we have an empty object. We have ordered headings is this thing here, and if ordered headings dot length. So if there is a length, then we do stuff inside, in which case will be a for each. I think it's for each. Oh, just each. Okay. Each, and then whatever we have here. Can I just go to the docs, please? Each expression as name, so it'll be each ordered headings as heading and then index. I don't know if we need the index. Yeah, I don't think we need an index. We do need a key here, heading.id. This is fine. / each. I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to get this this table of contents working, and then probably just leave it there. We are approaching. We're past an hour and a half, I think. Yeah. Or just hit that. So I think this is probably enough to take us to about 3 hours, maybe, or maybe a little bit less than that. So I'll probably have that. So then we have all the headings here. We can go ahead and say that div. So I don't think div is the right container here, but we're gonna go with that anyway. Class equals 2c. And then we can say ul, because this will be an unordered, it's technically an ordered list. It's technically an ordered list, so maybe we'll go ol instead. And then just not have the numbers. But this goes outside, and then each gets all the LIs here. So ahref equals order heading.id. And then inside we have heading.text. Okay. And here's where I wish I had opted for something like Storybook so that I can actually see this stuff. But I guess we can just have this in here instead. Under the layout, if I can find it, I guess it'd be in here. Table of contents would probably live over here. Table of contents, and then import table of contents from table of contents dot svelte. Nope, I don't want that. And then import data, the page data, somewhere. We had it. Table of contents. This is headings. Is page dot data optional dot headings. Okay, so I'm hoping this should just work. And of course it doesn't. Did you forget to add lang ts to your script tag, possibly? Error processing this. Entitled count. Encountered type error. Can you tell me what this is? Throw error at throw type error async something something something. You got one here. Import declaration or statement expected. From the layout file? Here? Except it is. Oh, right. Okay, user error. Now we have a table of contents. Which actually needs to change, because I need this to be Asbel Koala, welcome in. I've seen you around before, right? It's been a while. Or is this your first time here? Okay, very good. So that actually goes down to where we need it. Okay, so now we have somewhat of a working table of contents. Now we just need to style it. And if we want to style it as before, then we can say that I don't want to style it in here. Or maybe I do want to style it in here. Is this an aside? Does the table of contents count as an aside? In case you cat lover, welcome back. What happened? We now have a table of contents that's up here. And it does actually move you to the links. Now, for reference, we have table of contents that look like this over here. Now, I don't know how much of this I want to emulate. Now, I could copy the rest of it. I mean, I could copy it the way it is now. Almost, because I don't like it disappearing like that. But also, that sounds like a lot of work. Okay, we're gonna prototype this over here. So, this can be... Display is inline block. I think one of the things we need to do here is get this so that it's in some sort of container. So we need a container around these things here. Around these things here. So then we can do something like use CSS grid, I guess. Or Flexbox. Grid is probably better, but I also don't know really how to use grid. Display flex. And then we have something like this, which doesn't work as well at smaller sizes. Well, that's actually pretty awful too. Okay, what if we didn't have that? And you still have issues because of this. But that's because I never really did anything with this here. So that's fine-ish. I mean, I think that probably happens here too, doesn't it? Oh no, it doesn't, because I think I have styles to make it smaller. So whatever styles I have here, I just need to make sure to do the same thing. Okay. So yeah. Making your own website from scratch is a lot of work. This is why you get other people to either do it or, you know, use other people's stuff. But at the same time, I can't claim to be a web dev if I if I can't do this myself. So this is also another motivation. Okay, so we display flex. We get this. We get this nonsense here. But that is because we can do flex. I think it's 1-0 auto. Or might be 0-1 auto. I don't remember. Oh, that isn't it either. Okay, we're going to be looking at the CSS Tricks Flexbox. This is the article that I always go to whenever I look for Flexbox stuff. Extremely handy. Okay, it's a grow, shrink, and basis. So 1-0 auto is actually what we want. 1-1 auto? I think 1-1 auto, because we want it to shrink too. Which doesn't really. But also, do we really care about that right now? I'm not sure. What happens if we don't flex? We just float instead. Of course it's going to look awful. Okay, so floating is not an option. That should be pretty obvious anyway. Position sticky. Top 1 EM. Position relative. Oh, that's not right. Oh, no, there it is. So this is how we make it stick. We can see that. That's how we make it stick. Just gotta make sure that this part doesn't interfere with that. I'm a little bit curious though. What if we do make it float left? That is not kind of what we want, but not really. Also, we have this issue here. We can look at what this is doing. I don't want to draw too much of this code because the code isn't all that well written in my opinion, but some of its techniques can be useful. Max width, min width, sure. Border top, position sticky. Is that all you're doing? Okay, how are you laying out this header stuff? Is this a flex box? Yes, this is flex. Padding 0, flex grow 1. Why do you need flex grow on this one? Oh, and flex grow is correct on the parent. Unless it's because, okay, no, flex grow on here. Flex grow here makes sense because the body is flex. Okay, never mind. So that one makes sense because that's part. This one is treating it as a child, and then we have this one, which doesn't even do anything. Kind of weird. All this is doing is basically just display flex, and it just works. Why? Why doesn't this work? Because if this had position sticky in the top 1 EM, right, because this would be position sticky and then top 10 pixels. Is it because I can't have the table of contents? I need something wrapping around this for it to work. I'm going to edit this as HTML. I'm going to add another div here. And so then that works. I need to wrap around it, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to edit this as HTML as well. And then take the contents, wrap it around a div. And that one doesn't change anything meaningfully in terms of that. But what that does tell us here is that we need a div around here. And I'm going to div around the contents, I guess. Juicy container, I'm going to call it that. It's going to make a global.toc. Position sticky. Top 1 EM. Let's call one rem instead. Well, that's certainly a start. Sort of. Call our content container. Content, dot content container. This is going to be display flex. So now we have this. Our content container star. The immediate ones are going to be flex 1 auto. Don't know if this is going to help. I don't think this is going to help. It didn't help earlier. But this is a start. This is a good start. I don't know how to fix this though. I think we need to have a width on here so that it creates a container. Yes, but also that feels a little bit uncomfortable. Oh, they like overflow X. Maybe overflow X hidden then. So it doesn't do that. Sure. So now you have this. Give me a moment. I don't know. I think this might be a decent start. Then we go to projects and we that broke some other stuff. That is one of the problems. Okay, so at least it doesn't break here. That's a good thing. But it does break this, which is not a good thing. Also, yeah, it breaks this. The one, why did it break? Why did it go here and not actually go here? Is there something on the console here that says, can't convert undefined to object? But you shouldn't have to. What are you talking about? This should be... oh. Right. No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, I shouldn't have to do this, but okay. Basically, we're saying here, if headings doesn't exist, we'll go with the default empty object. Shouldn't have to do that. But okay. There you go. That makes that work. Now the thing is, I don't want... so do I care? Do I care to not have the table of contents container here if there's nothing in here? I don't know if it matters. I don't think so. Because this expands to take up the entire width if so. But also, hold on. The content container max width 80 em. 80 rem. 40 rem. rem. Margin 0 auto. Because it has been said that you only want your site to be a certain width wide, and anything wider is probably a little bit too wide. It's so that text can be more easily read. If it's too wide, then you have all your text going from screen to screen, or it's from edge to edge. And if you have an ultra wide and you have it full screen, that's going to be a lot of left to right reading, which isn't comfortable. So you want to try to keep it to a certain column, which unfortunately means you leave white space to the side, but it's a little bit more of a more comfortable reading experience, which is important if your site is going to be text heavy, which this will generally be. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place, so we're gonna start by committing this. So I think this at least works, sort of. So the footer, header, layout, svelte, that contains all the stuff we need for this here. And then what else do we have? For the layout svelte, we have the page title. I'm going to leave that for later. Add rudimentary. No, but then this is still broken. Or maybe not. Okay. This is no longer broken. This is... no, we don't actually want that. Never mind. How do we... If this is not available, we can say that we don't render this. Because we know if this does not exist. But that's not the point. We want the TOC container to shrink. We don't want it to expand, so we actually want this to be flex 01 auto. Which means TOC container is flex 01 auto. And then global.toc is then this. Which I should really do the same thing for this one too. Flex 11 auto. So by default that makes sense, but for this specific container I think we have it shrink as far as possible. Which hopefully it doesn't change this. This should be okay. Okay. So this will be add a rudimentary table of contents. And we still have to think about what happens when you shrink down to this size. But something to think about for later. I'll probably end it there, because we do have the table of contents already. It's not great, but it's there. Go ahead and push this. If you would like to follow along and see the code that we have, git origin, git remote show get URL origin, I think it is. That's not right. GitHub.com. Actually, it's right here. View the source on GitHub. We have this here. If you'd like to see the source code, it's under the Svelte branch. It's right there. Okay. Well, with that, then I guess we'll go ahead and look at the next stream. we saw earlier. It'll be the piano improv stream. That'll be at on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I mean, I call it improv. We're probably gonna end up playing a lot of not improv. We'll see. And then on Saturday, the important one, we do have the charity stream. We're going to be playing Tetrio. Every time I lose, I donate $1, and we're probably going to be losing a lot. So this will go towards the LA fires. A lot of help is needed over there. So we'll be raising money for that. So this one's organized by CGLTR Z. Once again, I will post the link to this. And that'll be on Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So would you come out for that and tell your friends? Because the more people get here, the more people donating, the more money we raise for the worthy cause. I think that's it. Yeah, so this will be Friday. Stuff. I have not streamed in a while. For anyone who's new here, my name is Penbu. I'm the programming, puzzle gaming, and music making VTuber on Linux. Today we were working on the schedule, and in the second half working on the website. And again, the schedule is here if you'd like to take a look at it live. Twitch, usually we'd raid, but I think today we're just gonna not. I don't really feel up to it. So on both sites, we're going to end. I hope you make some money for the charity I'll be working, unfortunately. That's alright. There are going to be a lot of people who are going to be participating in the charity, and we're all donating to the same fund. So if you don't have time for me, you might have time for some of these other people as well. But if not, that's okay. You can always either donate directly or donate to this offline if you'd like to participate there. But yeah, we'll see where that goes. Words. I think we're just gonna end it there. But thank you all for joining us, for joining me here. Too bad we didn't get anyone in Open VC, but maybe we'll get some other time. Yeah, I really should come up with some sort of ending after this. Okay, I think that's it. We'll leave it there. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next stream. Bye, chat. And once again, I forgot to change this one out. Oh well.